What are you doing? We have to go somewhere.
High School commencement ceremony. I am Eric Carlson, and I have the privilege to serve as Holton's middle and high school principal. I invite you to celebrate by silencing your cell phones and focusing on the outstanding accomplishments of the class of 2019. Tonight, the seniors sitting before me entered as Holton High School students. They will exit as our newest Holton High School alumni. These students have persevered and have demonstrated readiness for college, military, vocational school, or the workforce. There's much to be proud of the class of 2019. However, your accomplishments, as many things in life, are not yours alone. Along the way, you had many people to encourage, support, and guide you. I would like us to take a few minutes to express our gratitude for those that have helped our students get to this point. If you are a parent or guardian of a 2019 graduate, please stand. Graduates, please express your thanks. If you are a grandparent of a 2019 graduate, please stand. Graduates, please express your thanks. If you are a relative or a friend of a 2019 graduate, please stand. Graduates, please express your thanks. If you are a teacher or any school staff member that has had any time help a 2019 graduate, please stand. Graduates, please express your thanks. Class of 2019, allow me to be the first to welcome you to Holton High School alumni. You are the 102nd graduating class from Holton High School. As individuals, you are a hardworking, dedicated group who have thoroughly earned your success. As a class, I have noticed how helpful you are to each other, also been willing to help the teachers and the school. You have also pulled together at many times for charity work. Of course, there have been a few challenges along the way. However, this is an outstanding group. Along the way, we have thrown many educational issues at you, stretched you, taught you to learn, and asked you to adapt to changing. Your hard work has made you eligible for over $2 million in scholarships. Well done. Let me thank the staff and support teams for their dedication to the students and the way they love to let these students take center stage. They spend many extra hours over and above what they are paid for just to find that extra help they can give each student. A true group of professionals. Let me also thank the families of the graduates. They have given so much of their time, fundraising, giving talks, assisting events, and supporting their child. What an outstanding group. Today at our graduation ceremony, you are here to receive accolades you are due. You can proudly take your place among the graduates of your school. I hope you can find just a moment to feel how great that is. Take time to have fun and recharge your batteries before you begin your next big challenge. The future is an amazing place. Your success is not guaranteed by being a graduate. Indeed, far from it. We live in a fast-paced world where you'll only be as good as your last job. This changing world offers you an unparalleled opportunities and some very difficult challenges. To face your challenges at college and work and your day-to-day lives, there are many things that being a graduate of this school will give you. You can learn anything you are interested in. You should follow your passion and the effort and commitment to make our better place into something you love. You should believe in yourself. You can rely on your peers from high school to help, and also your new colleagues you meet. You can cope with change. I could go on. However, this group of graduates, we trust that will have a great future no matter what comes your way. And I hope if you get a chance, you can come back to this place, this school, this town, that you give back to this amazing community. Congratulations, seniors. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and so honored to have served as your principal. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce this year's salutatorian, Madison Wagner. Madison is the daughter of Emily and Michael Wagner. Madison has graduated with a 4.046 GPA and plans on attending Muskegon Community College to pursue a career in nursing. Our salutatorian, Madison Wagner.
Hello graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Today marks an important day for us. It is a day to applaud our success, reflect on our accomplishments, and think about our future. I'd like to first start off by expressing gratitude. First, I would like to give thanks to God for this opportunity to speak tonight. He has guided me through my schooling and encouraged me to press on both academically and spiritually. His word has always been a source of strength and encouragement. As Joshua chapter 1, verse 9 reads, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." To our teachers, thank you for unselfishly sharing your time and knowledge with us. Yes, we know it's your job to do it, but your commitment to us went above and beyond. You took the time to explain assignments, sometimes repeatedly because we weren't paying attention. You put in the effort to make lessons more interesting, so we would not just tune out. You demanded excellence from us, whether or not we wanted to give it. You set the bar high and challenged us to live up to it. To my parents, thank you for making me laugh when I needed to most, and for making light of issues when I was stressed out. Also, thank you for giving your all to me when I did not always deserve it. Lastly, and most importantly, thank you for pushing me to be the best person I could be and constantly reminding me what I should value most in life. I love you both very much, and I'll never stop being grateful for everything you have done. Now, we are all guilty of counting down these last days. But as you sit here and look to the people on your left and your right, hopefully you realize this wasn't so bad. In fact, maybe these will be some times that you'll always cherish and never forget. Over the years, we have shared so many laughs, but have faced an equal measure of challenges. This has all helped us grow, and these situations have brought our group together in a way we can only understand. As we embark on this new adventure that some call being a grown-up or adulting, we will make mistakes. We will miss deadlines and be late. We may choose the wrong major, pay extra in student loans, or pick the wrong career path completely. But it is all these experiences that will give us more wisdom and life skills for our future. Well, honestly, maybe all we will learn is how to live on iced coffee and ramen noodles, but who knows? Things will not be perfect and may be hard. But it is all of our mistakes and all of our successes that will shape and define us into the people we aspire to be. As I wrap up this speech and we get ready to walk across the stage, I want to leave you with a quote from Ellen DeGeneres. The definition of success changes. Success is to live your life with integrity and to not give in to peer pressure to be something you're not. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path, unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. Then by all means, you should follow that. Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. For your listening pleasure, our middle and high school band will be playing a piece chosen by the senior band members. The piece is "Take Me Home, Country Roads" by Denver and Danoff, arranged by Aiden Thomas. Please give your attention to Mrs. Gretchen Thompson and our band. Well done, band. Next, I'm privileged to introduce our valedictorian, Breezy Whirl. Breezy is the daughter of Storm and Paul Whirl. Breezy graduated with a 4.068 GPA and plans on attending Baker College to study surgical technology and then transfer to Oakland University for pre-med. Our valedictorian, Breezy Whirl.
Good evening. Welcome, family, friends, faculty, staff, and class of 2019. My name is Breezy Whirl, and Holton has always been my home, so it is an incredible yet slightly nerve-wracking honor to be standing here in front of you to give you this speech. I want to begin by giving recognition to the teachers. The teachers gave the work and taught it, and they did a fantastic job because here we all are in our caps and gowns. What you do is a demanding job, and you might not always get the recognition that you deserve, but when you could have picked anything to become, you picked to be the person that helps us. It's because of people like you who make me work even harder, because there's no reason not to work hard. It's because of people like you who come to school at 5 in the morning just to prep an interesting lesson for that day so we wouldn't just daydream. It's because of people like you who stay after school for hours just to help a student learn a lesson in a new way, and then attend a game or an activity afterwards to support a student who didn't have any fans. It's because of people like you who treat students as more than just a piece of paper through a Scantron. It's because of people like you who care more about what students write than how they write. And it's because of people like you who look for the beauty and the progress and the challenge and the knowing that it's going to be a fight to live the life that you want. But it is a fight worth fighting for. So, on the behalf of the class of 2019, I thank you. And now to all the people in the stands, specifically the parents, or anyone that raised us, because we all know we didn't make that an easy job. Class of 2019, I want you all to stand up. Yep. Turn around and look to anyone that has impacted you, and please give them a round of applause. All right, you can turn back now. To my mom and my dad, I want to thank you. Like many others, they came and supported me in all of my events, no matter the weather. I knew that if I needed something, they would always do their best to provide for me. You've helped me become who I am. You held me when I cried. You laughed at all of my awful jokes, and you taught me how to live off more than just scrambled eggs and ramen. But most importantly, you loved me and supported me through all of my decisions, even if they weren't the smartest. Our community is a perfect definition of a small town where everyone knows everyone. We have gone through wins and losses, but we have shown that we can go against any odds as long as we're together. And as someone, quite frankly, drilled into my head, we are small, but we are mighty, and we will always do our best to make you proud. Lastly, to my class, I want to give everyone, including myself, a big congratulations on being here today. Despite the sleepless nights, senioritis, and countless papers, we managed to beat the odds and are all about to walk across this stage and get a piece of paper to signify that we're finally graduates of Holton High School. Now, you may think that you can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, but only to find out it's an oncoming freight train as you venture on to the next steps of your life. There will be hurdles, you will fall, and you will want to quit. But if you stay true to who you are, the outcomes of what you will accomplish will be worth the hardship. I ask that you love yourself for who you are, for who you were, and for who you hope to become. To end the speech, it will be a line from Kung Fu Panda 2, and it is that your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story. So, who are you? Thank you.
for postgraduate plans, Mr. Jason Gripton and Mrs. Cami Stanhope.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It has been our honor and pleasure to be the senior class advisors for this group for the last 4 years. In our group, we will have 22 students attending 4-year colleges or universities. We will have 21 students attending 2-year colleges or programs. We have 4 students that will be entering the military. And we have 19 that will be entering the workforce.
The scholarship this evening is the Christine Marie Nichols Scholarship. Tonight this award will be presented by Trina Goings.
Good evening, class of 2019, staff, students, friends, and families. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Christine. She was a student here at Holton High. She was in her senior year when she was fatally injured in an automobile accident. Christine's future dream was to become a teacher, where she could touch the lives of others and make a difference. Even though Christine was only with us for 17 years, she touched the lives of so many, with her award-winning smile and warm personality. So in her honor, this scholarship has been established by our family and the donations of many. This scholarship allows Christine to still touch and have an impact on someone's life. This is a $500 scholarship that may be used toward any school-related cost. This year, we have chosen 2 outstanding students that are so very deserving of this special scholarship. The 2019 recipients of the Christine Marie Nichols Scholarship are Haley Brandt and Aaron Herron.
For the introduction of our speaker, our superintendent, Mr. Adam Bain.
Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2019. I am so very proud of you. You represent all the potential and opportunity of life at this very moment. The next steps you take with your life will build the foundation that has been instilled in you by your parents, teachers, support staff, administrators, and the community at large. Your journey may take you far away, but I want each of you to know that this community is wishing overwhelming success upon you, wherever you may go. I wish for you to explore the world, learn new things, succeed, and fail with grace and determination. And as you make your way through life, please know that this entire community is cheering for you. Life will be hard. There will be barriers on your path. People will disappoint you, and your goals may have to change. But don't forget that this moment, the whole world is yours. Barriers in your path can be removed or climbed over. When people disappoint you, love them and give them forgiveness. And let your success be driven from your heart and your desires, not what someone else wants you to do. If you can remove barriers, love people, and seek success that brings you joy, then potential and opportunity extends far beyond tonight, but will be available for you for all your life. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. It has been my honor and privilege to watch you grow, learn, and now succeed. I have the honor and distinct privilege of introducing the commencement speaker for this evening's ceremony. This year's speaker is Ms. Kendra Scanlon, a class of 2003 graduate of Holton High School. She was a very accomplished student athlete during her time here. She was a three-sport athlete participating in basketball, volleyball, and softball. And as a basketball player, Ms. Scanlon made the state record books for blocked shots. In 2002, she blocked 15 shots in one game. In 2001 and 2002, Ms. Scanlon made state records again for the number of blocked shots in a season, with 171 blocks in 2001 and 178 blocks in 2002. She also holds the state record for the number of blocked shots in her career, with 439 blocks from 1999 to 2002. She was a very accomplished athlete. And although this is true, she was also an incredible student. Ms. Scanlon graduated as salutatorian, and with her athletic prowess, was selected for the Scholar Athlete Award from Muskegon Chronicle Muskegon Sports Hall of Fame in 2003. She went on to play basketball at Hope College, earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Management, magna cum laude. Ms. Scanlon didn't stop there. She also earned a Master of Business Administration degree from Holton International Business School in London, England. Ms. Scanlon used her education to help lead high-profile system projects in manufacturing, supply chain management, and business process improvement. Her work allowed her the opportunity to travel the world as she worked with clients across the globe. Ms. Scanlon is now a successful independent business consultant after founding her company, Compass Rose International, LLC, to provide contract software implementation and business consulting services for manufacturing companies. She also helps companies synthesize information, solve complex problems, and effectively manage change. Kendra, through all of her success, has always been a proud Red Devil graduate. For several years, Ms. Scanlon returned to Holton High School as the varsity girls basketball coach. Recently, Ms. Scanlon was inducted into the Holton Athletics Hall of Fame for the outstanding mark she left on Red Devil athletics. Please join me in welcoming one of our rock star alumni, Ms. Kendra Scanlon.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2019. What an awesome accomplishment. You should all be so proud of yourselves, and I really hope that you allow yourselves some time to enjoy this great accomplishment. And thank you so much for inviting me here tonight. I feel so incredibly honored and grateful for this opportunity. I actually had prepared two different versions of this speech. One would have been if we were trapped in the boiling hot gymnasium, which basically went something like this. Hey, congrats. You can view the rest of my speech on your my Snapchat story. But, you know, that would have required me to actually know how to work Snapchat. But thankfully, here we are, and we're outside on this beautiful day. It turned out to be in this amazing stadium. So I'll just kind of try to go ahead and wrap it up at least by sunset. Yesterday I had the privilege of having lunch with a few of you to get to know you. So I learned a little bit about your class. I learned about Tent City, where you camped out near the school for like a week. That sounded like a great time, and I definitely missed out on some fun there. I also learned that some of you keep up on your current events through your teachers' Twitter feeds, which made me realize just how times have changed since I was in school. But I think my favorite thing was actually just how similar it all felt to my experience as a senior at Holton back in 2003. We were both worried about what to wear and what time to arrive and maybe a speech we were preparing for, which were great, by the way, what college we might be attending, what our major would be, what our transcripts, getting our transcripts ready, lining up a summer job. It all reminded me of when I sat where you are right now. Well, actually, I sat in the sweltering gym because we didn't have this beautiful stadium when I graduated, so consider yourselves lucky. But it reminded me of the way I felt back then, which doesn't feel like that long ago, by the way. I had many of the same thoughts and fears. And today I'd like to share some of the things I've learned over the past 16 years so as to maybe help you as you move forward. My first thought is about vulnerability. Vulnerability is basically putting yourself out there. And there's some risk that you could fail. What took me a long time to learn is that failure is okay and actually leads to growth and better things. One of my most vulnerable decisions was when I decided to move to London. Some of you are probably thinking, yeah, what was up with that anyway? Well, let me tell you, I was thinking the same thing at the time, and I almost didn't have time to realize how vulnerable I really was. I had been all set to go to grad school in San Francisco. So it was my dream to move to San Francisco, and all kind of came together late. I barely got my application in on time, but I got accepted, and I thought I was all set. I started getting things in line to make the move when I got a call from admissions, who I guess they must have assumed I was paying cash for grad school. I guess maybe people do that or something. I'm not really sure. Wasn't me. Anyway, when I told them that I had financial aid, they informed me that it would not be accepted at the San Francisco campus. But being an international business school, no problem. There's 6 campuses around the world, and I can just pick another one. Easy enough, right? Oh, and the only ones that had openings were London and Shanghai. So London it is. So I forgot to mention that this was only about 2.5 weeks before I was supposed to leave. And so I jumped. I took a leap of faith. I had no idea what I was doing. And when I stepped off the plane in London 2.5 weeks later, I didn't know a single soul in the city. I had no idea where I was going to stay that night or how to get anywhere. That's all true. But I figured it out. It was not without its challenges, but ultimately I navigated the subway and the streets, my 2 suitcases, I found a place to stay, I had the best year of my life. This just goes to show you that stepping outside of your comfort zone, being vulnerable, and taking big risks can lead to the biggest rewards. Another thought on vulnerability, there's a saying that goes, make it until you make it. And I believe that there is some truth to this. For example, I'm faking it right now. I don't know how to give a commencement speech. I have no idea what I'm doing. When I was first asked, although I was incredibly honored, my initial gut reaction was, thanks, but no thanks. I can't do that. I don't have anything good to say. I'll probably trip walking up the stairs or something, right? Ever had these kind of thoughts? Negative self-talk is the #1 killer of good ideas and growth. Luckily, I had my closest friends and family to convince me otherwise. And as a side note, if you're not enjoying yourself right now, you know who to blame. And that brings me to my next point. These closest friends and family are like gold. You cannot make it without a solid support system. Author Brené Brown refers to this as your quote-unquote square squad. She suggests taking a 1-inch by 1-inch piece of paper and writing down the names of those people who have your back no matter what. They love you unconditionally, no matter how much you screw up, because we all do. Who truly wants to see you happy? Is their love unconditional? Do they want the best for you? These are the questions you should ask about every relationship you have, and it may take some vulnerable situations to really test it out. Who is there to catch you when you fall? Or maybe the question is, if you somehow ended up in jail by, some sort of misunderstanding, I'm sure, and they give you one call, who do you call? Never mind that all of you in this situation are just trying to figure out if you actually have any phone numbers memorized, because I know it's a different time, but let's just pretend for a minute that you actually know everyone's phone number by heart. Who do you call? Write their name down. They are in your square squad. That person doesn't answer. Who do you call next? Write their name down. This very small group of people, remember, it's a 1-inch by 1-inch square, that's very small. Those are your people. Those are the relationships that you should cherish and do everything to nourish. This is your square squad. They helped you get here. Be sure to thank them and let them know how much you appreciate them, as others have said tonight. My square squad supports me in everything I do, for better or worse, even through things like me deciding to move to London on 2 weeks' notice and things like that. Many are actually here tonight. My mom, my stepdad, brothers, one of which is here on his birthday. Happy birthday, Blake. My sister-in-law, my nieces, aunts, cousins, grandparents, and dear friends. They're always there to support me, and I appreciate each and every one of them dearly. If you look around, your square squad is probably here too, and they'll be there later when you get your one phone call. Know who they are and hold on to them. Don't get me wrong, you can still have a great time with those people who aren't part of your square squad, and that's fine. Just know at the end of the day, who's got your back. Okay, so you got your square squad, and you're ready to be vulnerable. Put yourself out there, but where are you going? Jennifer Lee once said, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." If you already know what that is, that's awesome. But know that it could change, and that's okay. So many people decide at a young age what they're going to be when they grow up, right? And then they get 6 years into medical school or 10 years into a job and realize that they haven't really reassessed that since high school. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to learn new things and discover new ways to set your soul on fire. Many of you may also be sitting out there, like I was at your age, going, how the heck am I supposed to know? You're just trying to figure out if your cap's right or what side of the tassel's supposed to go on. That was me. You're still moving forward, because we all are, but maybe less in the direction of what sets your soul on fire and more in the direction of what other people think you should do. That was me. When I graduated, I was mostly just doing what I thought was expected of me. You have to have an answer when they start asking, what's next, right? How many times have you heard that one over the last few weeks? So you just tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get a good job, and then maybe I'll get married, I'll buy a house, I'll get a dog, I'll have kids. And for some people, that path is perfect. It's invigorating for their soul. For me, it was not. I wanted to travel. I wanted to own a business, pursue my dreams, and still have a dog, of course. Now, I have these things and my life looks very different than where I started, but I am happy. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. At the end of the day, it is you and only you who can define happiness for yourself. There has to be something that you've always thought, well, that would be pretty cool. Whether it's driving a race car, or being a mother, or writing a book, or opening a flower shop, or joining the Air Force, or traveling the world, or finding the cure for cancer, do that. Don't worry about whether it's the right thing or not. Take small steps toward these big ideas, and don't let anyone talk you out of it. And I'm not talking about the haters. I think that's a term. You don't listen to them anyway. No, often those who love and care about us most, sometimes even our square squad, are the ones who talk us out of pursuing our dreams. They don't mean to. It's not ill intention. They're just usually trying to help. Let me give you an example. When I was a junior in college, it was about 2005, I had this great idea for a business. It just came to me one day, grocery delivery. It was it. I told one of my closest friends about it, and she immediately started poking holes in it. How will you keep the groceries cold? How are you going to deal with all these houses in rural areas that are spread out? People want to touch the products that they're buying. It'll never work. I immediately decided it was a terrible idea, and I let it go. Now, what is the point of this story? That I missed out on creating a multi-billion-dollar business? No. It was just an idea, the same one that I'm sure many had. No, the point is often, the dream deterrent is disguised as good advice. The people who love you most are trying to keep you on the safe path, so you won't get hurt. But only you can decide what is the right path for you. Happiness is personal. Only you can truly know what sets your soul on fire. It requires you to first be honest with yourself, which is often not easy and can take some time. It requires you to push yourself and not accept less than you're capable of. And only you truly know what you're capable of. Allow input from your square squad, but ultimately continue to pursue your dreams fearlessly. There are 8 billion people in this world, and 8 billion different ideas of what success and happiness look like. The only true way to be successful is to be happy. And the only way to be happy is to find your passion, pursue it fearlessly, and your square squad will be there to catch you if you fall, maybe with an I told you so, and that's fine, or cheer you on the loudest when you succeed. I wish this for each of you as you go out into the world, and I hope that when you come back here over the years, you feel the same sense of pride that I feel here today. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Kendra, for your excellent message. Next, I would like to give some special recognition to some individuals here. First, I'd like to recognize Ms. Pam Smith. Ms. Smith is retiring this year after serving our district for over 20 years. She has served as our administrative assistant, where she has not only juggled the busy district office, but served as the backbone to our district buildings. Please join me in thanking Mrs. Pam Smith for her years of service. Second, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Donna Plower. Mrs. Plower has served as a parapro for us for over 13 years. We're retiring at the end of the year. While we're sad to see Ms. Plower go, we're thankful for her the time she was here. Please join me in thanking Mrs. Donna Plower. Third, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Deb Wazinski. Deb served this district for 31 years. Deb wore many hats outside of the classroom, from developing the Peer Assistance Program to promoting student leadership through Student Council. Please join me in thanking Ms. Deb Wazinski for her years of service. We wish all our retirees the best as they move forward with the next chapter of their lives. Now for the presentation of the class. To the members of the Holton Board of Education and the Superintendent of Holton Public Schools, the students seated before me have successfully met the requirements as determined by the State of Michigan and the Holton Board of Education. I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2019. Now for the roll call and awarding diplomas, Mr. Jason Krypton and Mrs. Cammie Stanhope, and the Board of Education.
Breezy Worrell. Madison Wackernagel. Carolyn Petrie Oaks. Maggie Daniels.
Yeah, Maggie!
Kennedy Porter. Jade Powell. Matthew Deering. Morgan Morant. Cassidy Armstrong. Justin McKay. Jaden Baxter. Mackenzie Baker. Emily Emily Prowl. Aaron Heron. Evan Camber. Sam Carlson. Tabitha Sines. Kate Purdy. Elizabeth Langan. Serena Brenzi. Taylor Baltimore. Maddie Baker. Joel Livingston. Patch Seifert. Tristan Engberg. Victor Nelson. Nathan Johnson. Christian Cooper. Megan Baker. Audrey Weck. Jacob Farber Hager. Maria Lynn Harris. Jared Jewett. Albert Curran. Ashley McCormick. Melanie Cook. Anthony Workman. John Govan. Elia Lamparth. Tucker Zaccarda. Puntai Din Chai Richo. Mary Thompson. Derek Pouch. Michael Ward. Haley Brandt. Kaylee Piper. David Plekas. Colby Yance. Raina Romager. Johannes Strandelis. Bailey Thompson.
All right.
Garrett Lulofs. Paige Tardani. Mitch Ross. Destiny Strait. Marissa Courier. Dominic Murphy. Jenna Van Blarden. John Dominish. Taylor Masters. Bradley Russell. Michael Burgess. Taylor Johnson. Jacob Brownlee. Aaron Peterson. Christian Johnson. Cheyenne Slayton. Haley Purple.
We love you, Bobby! Jacob! Love you, Jake! Go, Demo! Go, Bailey!
Lastly, I'd like to welcome Rena Rominger, class president, to the podium for the turning of the tassels.
Good evening, class of 2019. It went by fast, just like our parents said it would. So I hope with all of my heart that each one of you, my classmates, my friends, have found something to hang on to, something to cherish in these precious moments we have all spent together. Because there is a universal truth we have to face, whether or not we want to. Everything eventually comes to an end, and we can't come back to high school. As much as I have looked forward to this day, I have always disliked endings. The last day of summer, the final chapter of a good book. But endings are inevitable. Leaves fall, and you close the book, and students graduate. Today is an ending for all of us. Today, we say our goodbyes, and we all start our new and separate journeys. But, as Winnie the Pooh said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Congratulations, class of 2019. Now we are going to begin the tassel turn. Graduates, please take your tassels and turn them with me. Oh, stand up. Oh, good. Graduates, we are now going to do a cap toss. While everyone gets their cameras ready, I'm going to give some directions. I will do a countdown from 3, and after the number 1, toss. Is everybody ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
This concludes our commencement ceremony. Enjoy the evening and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Sierra, wait.
I'm not
No,
carrying.
I need you to wait here.
Cindy will. Cindy will carry it. Love you, buddy. I miss you. Miss you a lot.
You are? You're gonna have to if you. Okay, then let's talk.
The big Herb's gonna whoop you.
Unless you want to clean the lines on it. I'll be able to afford to get a truck.
Did you get to park in a good spot, Cindy? That's it. No, he's sorry. He looked up there.